my sugar plums, welcome back to my channel. In today's series guys, I'm gonna be showing you how I make a tufted bench for my dining table. But again guys, you can use it for anything. You can use it for your bedroom, your entryway, you know, whatever you want to use it for. But for this video, I'm gonna be using some iron pipe and a piece of wood. That's all basically you're gonna need for this video. And also guys, I want to let you know I'm gonna be adding the result of the giveaway in the description box below, so make sure to check it out to see the winner. Like I mentioned before guys, for this video you literally need like a couple of things. I'm gonna be using a 15-inch piece of wood, wide and by 37 inches long, so 15 by 37. And then I'm gonna be using, and you're gonna need 4 pieces of 18 inches of iron pipe. Those are 1 inch in diameter, and also you're gonna need some flanges, and those I also got from Amazon. I'll leave the link in the description box below for you guys. So make sure when you, whatever the diameter of your pipe is, the same diameter that you're gonna get for your flanges. So I'm using 1 inch pipe in diameter, so my flanges are of course 1 inch as well. So you're gonna need 8 of them and 2 per pipe. And I'm not gonna do any fancy, you know, decor for the leg or any fancy design or whatever. I'm just gonna use the 4 legs. Now after I finish threading my flanges to my pipe, I'm just gonna go ahead and take them outside to spray paint them. Again guys, this part is optional. You can just go ahead and leave them like this. You can just spray paint like a sealant to it, and that's it. But I'm gonna be using 2 different type of spray. I went and spray paint the whole thing silver, and I went over it twice, so I made 2 coat of silver. And then I'm gonna be using that classic antique looking gold. It's not metallic gold, it's very not that shiny. It gives you like a very nice antique looking gold. So I'm gonna go ahead and lightly guys, lightly spray it over the silver spray, but I'm not gonna do it over the whole legs. I'm just gonna go ahead and lightly spray it, so that way both the silver color and the gold color can come through, and that way it'll make your, you know, the leg look more interesting. I'm just doing that because of the way my table color is. I'll use epoxy on it and have like different color. I wanted, you know, some more dimension into the leg, so that's what I did. And I also went over it with a glossy sealant. I'm gonna be showing you right now. I forgot to record that, but this is what I on the glossy sealant I went on top of it with, and this is gonna make sure that your spray paint is not gonna chip or anything. And you can use it on top of anything guys, that on top of woods, on top of like fabric, on top of metal. It's really nice. It dry really fast, and it gives you like a very nice glossy finish. Now I'm gonna go ahead with a little bit of bling guys, just a tiny little bit. You know, I have to add a little bit of bling to my stuff. You know, I love shiny stuff, I love bling, so what can I do? But those are napkin rings. I got those from Dazzled, and they are like super cheap. I think they were like $2.50 or $3, but not more than $4. I can't remember, but they are super cheap. I used 2 of them. Basically I went and cut them in half, and I'm gonna be using half for per leg, and I'm just gonna go ahead and add and glue them where we have like that little threading showing. I don't want that to be showing, so I'm just gonna go ahead and add those that little piece of you know, diamond, you know, right there. I'm gonna go ahead and add this, you know, on all of the leg. I'm just gonna do it at the part that's gonna be at the bottom part of the leg. Now the part that's gonna be screw on, you know, on top of, you know, on the bench, it's not gonna be showing, so I'm not gonna even bother adding anything there. This is just the bottom part of the leg. It's just flipped upside down right now, so I can glue it into the leg, but this part's gonna be flipped down, so it's gonna be showing at the bottom. So I went and did that for all 4 of them, and this is what it's gonna be looking like. Now because the flanges are metal, and I have towels in my house, so I don't want it to mess up the towels, you know, metal on your towels. I mean, if it's carpet you can get away with it, but I'm just gonna go ahead with a piece of foam. And right now you see me pressing the leg into the foam just to give me like an indentation, so I can have, you know, the exact measurement to cut it. So after I finish cutting my little circle there, I'm just gonna go ahead and hot glue it to the bottom part of the flanges. And like I said, this is gonna be upside down just like this. And I'm gonna go ahead with those crystal button to complete the legs. Where you have the little 3 holes, I don't want the holes to be showing either. And you know, again, just to give it a tight bit of more glam to the metal, just the metal a little bit. I'm just gonna go ahead with a little bit of hot glue and then you know, inside the holes, and I'm just gonna place my button in each one of the holes. And I'm gonna go ahead and repeat it for all 4 legs, and that's it. That's that. I'm done with the legs. Again, like I said, guys, this is a super easy DIY to do. There's nothing fancy about it. Everybody can do it, but it's still gonna be looking very, very nice after you finish with it. So after I'm finishing adding my buttons, or your gems, whatever you want to call them, but those are buttons basically, and I'm gonna be showing you, and I did all for all 4 legs, and then that's it. I was done with the legs part. I'm gonna put them aside, and we'll start working on the seat for the bench. And again, it's super easy to do, guys. I have done tufting many times in my channel. It's all over YouTube. Even if you're a beginner, guys, it's very easy to do. It's not hard at all. As you can see, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and put my legs on the side, and we're gonna go ahead and move on to the tufting. Guys, it only took me like 2 hours to finish the whole thing, so it's super easy. It's something that you can do like in half a day. Even if you don't know what you're doing, 1 day, that's it. Because the foam I'm working with, guys, is not thick enough, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut 3 pieces, you know, of foam, and I'm gonna go ahead and layer them on top of each other. And this is the adhesive spray paint I'm using. I think I got this from Amazon as well. I'll leave the link for you. I'll try to see if I can find it, but I don't remember. But anyway, after I finish doing that, and this is how thick my foam is, it is now after I layered the 3 foam on top of each other. And because I want my tufting to be very deep, you know, deep set, so that's one of the reason I add that you know, that much foam. But if you don't want yours to be that high, you don't need to add that much foam as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and trace the pattern that I want to do for my tufting, and I just want and do that crisscross type of pattern into it. Basically, it's just 3 rows of tufting, and I believe they have like the first 2 rows, the top part and the bottom part, they're like 7 inches apart, and the middle one is like 10 inches apart. And then I'm gonna go ahead using my scissors. I'm gonna cut through the foam all the way to the bottom until I have an open space all the way, so I can see the piece of wood that I had my foam on top. Now I'm gonna be using a light brown leather for my bench seat, just because it's gonna be matching my table. Again, guys, fabric wise, it's up to you, you know, what you want to use, but I'm gonna be using some screw and washer for this tufting, just because I'm using a very thick piece of foam for the tufted part. So, and I don't want to go ahead and use an electric screwdriver or anything like this. I'm just using just a regular one, just because I don't want to rip my, you know, my fabric. It's a little bit of hard, you know, chore I'm saying, because you know, you have to apply a lot of pressure to do it, but it's better safe than sorry than to use like a drill or anything like this, because I have 2 drills and they are heavy duty, so I didn't want to use them. So I'm just gonna go ahead and find, you know, something that's gonna give me more control to use, and make sure that I get control over, you know, what I'm doing. And guys, I'm gonna go ahead and speed through this part, because I have done tufting a bunch of times, different time on my channel. It's basically the same thing. Find your holes, you know, make sure you have, you know, your fabric really nice and taut, you know, put your screw or your staple, whatever you're using to make your tufting, just do it that way. And I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing. You know, I find my holes and then make my little plates, and then I'm using my little screw and driver and washer, and I'm gonna go ahead and use my screwdriver and screw it to all the way down. And as you can see, my tufting is very deep, so again, if you're gonna do it with a thick piece of foam, it's better if you use like some screw and washer. And you have to use washer, guys, otherwise you can pierce to your fabric and it's gonna ruin the whole thing. So make sure you use washer if you're using screw for your tufting. Again, guys, I'm gonna be showing you, I make the last one. Again, you see me pulling the fabric really taut, because again, like I say, if you're a beginner, guys, please do not use leather, because it's a very hard fabric to use if you haven't done this before. If this is your absolutely first time, use like a fabric that is more manageable to work with. But you have to pull it. I'm pulling it really taut and then making my little plate, and then I'm putting my screw and washer there, and I make sure I'm applying a little pressure, and then screw it until the whole thing is screwed down. And make sure you use like a screw guide that's gonna, it's not longer than the wood that you are going to be using. You don't want it to be showing at the bottom part, so make sure you measure exactly how wide or thick your piece of wood is, so you can use the appropriate size of screw and also the appropriate size of washer. So the larger your washer is, the larger the holes gonna be in your tufting. Now to go ahead, now I finished doing my tufting, guys. Now this is the part that you have to make sure that you pull everything really taut, that you don't have any wrinkles showing on the front. And basically to start stapling the fabric on the back of the bench, I'm gonna go ahead where I have each one of the buttons or the tufting holes. I'm gonna go ahead and make my plate there first, and I'm gonna go and use my staple gun. I'm gonna go ahead in each one of them, so that way it'll be way easier for you to work with if you go in the middle where you have your button first and screw them and staple them on the back. Now after I finish staple the whole thing on the back, I'm gonna go ahead and repeat the same process for the sides and the corner. Again, the corner, guys, you just have to do it like you folding like a paper gift or something, so it's gonna be easier. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut and remove any excess fabric that's gonna be on the back. And after I'm finishing all the tufting, guys, this is what it's gonna be looking like. Now I have my bench sit almost done. I'm just gonna go ahead and clean the back to make it look nice and neat. I'll flip it over, and I'm gonna use my little fabric to cover the back, and just make it nice and neat, guys. Even if you're making it at home, you're not a professional. I'm not a professional. I'm just doing this for myself, for my house, for fun. And but just make it look nice. It's just only a couple of minutes more. And to do the buttons, I'm just gonna use those big diamond gems that I have, and I'm using them as buttons in my tufting. And after we finish, guys, this is what it's gonna be looking like. It's looking like really nice. So I'm gonna go ahead now and move on to step number 3. Step number 3 is basically attach the leg to the bench seat, and after that we are completely done. When attaching the leg to the bench seat, guys, make sure that you measure where you want to position the leg, so that way all your 4 legs gonna be in the right position. So I'm doing 2 inches for the longer front side, and 4 inches on the corners, so that way I can position my leg in a way that all of them gonna fall in the same position. So after that, all you have to do is screw your leg to your bench seat. You can use an electric drill for this part, is fine, as long as you make sure that you don't use a longer screw that you're supposed to be using. And after that, guys, I attached all 4 legs to my bench seat, and I was completely done with it. And this is the finished result, guys. I absolutely love it. It only took me like 2 hours total to do the whole thing. It's looking really nice, and I love the color, because when you're looking at the table and the color of the seat, it matched really well with that golden bronzy color, pigment color that I have on my table. I absolutely love it, and my kids absolutely love it. They are my biggest fan, guys, and they love it. I basically made that bench for them because the other chairs that I have on my dining table, they are too low. The seat part is too low, so when they sit on it, it's a struggle for them to reach. They're not that big, so they absolutely love it. They love sitting on it now. So easy, guys, very easy DIY to make. Also, guys, I want to let you know that I have chosen the 3 winners for the Totally Dazzled giveaway. I'll put the information in the description box below, so make sure to check them out. And the winners, please contact me via email so I can get your email to send you the gift cards, so you can have your gift card. And also, guys, the last discount code that I put on the last video is still valid until the 22nd of June. So if you want to use it, you can still. So go ahead and make use of it if you want to buy something from them. Also, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. And if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like and comment on this video. I'll see you next week, guys. Thank you so much. Until next time, guys, please be blessed and stay blessed. I love you guys, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Mwah.